Hello and welcome everyone out there. It's that time, at least for me, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Whatever time this is for you, bookmark it, put it in your calendars. This is when we get together every Friday and talk about any and all things vegan. Hence the title of this live stream. Ask a non-deficient vegan anything. And furthermore, for this week specifically, also if you read the title, you'll see I'm saying, hey, let's keep it chill tonight. Please, no anti-vegans come and try to debunk veganism tonight. Unless there's a couple people in the comments who have said such insanely, preposterously bizarre, nonsensical things. I did tell them, hey, come tell me this Friday. But other than that, unless I specifically requested that you be here to debunk veganism, we're not going to go down that road tonight. Just kind of chill. I want to have a little break from all the just nonsense and poop flinging, hopefully. I'm kind of tired too. I played basketball at the gym for about 2.5 hours a day. According to my watch tracking my activity, I expended almost 1,500 calories, 1,490 something. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty beat. Running up and down the court, playing defense, doing my thing. So I just want to keep it chill tonight and just have a chill, peaceful time. Hey, Uncle, thanks. Looking good and sounding great. Thanks, Uncle. Appreciate all that. That's all looking good here, and I'm looking good on top of that. So thank you. Good to see all our happy fam showing up here slowly but surely. I saw Graven Baby says she couldn't make it tonight. She was getting up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. So if you're watching after the fact, Graven, I feel for you getting up at 6 a.m. For me, I always stress out like the night before, even if it's like 7 a.m. Like 6 a.m. is like wow, like wow. That's all I can think of is wow. That's just like I'm not into that. I'm more of a night person. So anyway, hey, welcome everyone. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. If you don't know who I am, this is the weekly Friday YouTube live stream that is not hosted by a sociopath, a narcissist, or a grifter. So welcome everyone. Let's hope we have a nice, chill day. Sarah, you get up at 5 to 6 every day? Wow. Yeah, we must have different brains. I read there is some biological basis for the difference between so-called owls versus larks. Not literally, but humans that are, generalized in those broad categories, depending if you're a late riser or early riser or whatever, whatever. But yeah, there is some kind of neurochemical, biological basis. It's not just like laziness or something like that. Yeah, for me, I don't mind getting up at like at 8:45 or 9. That's fine for me. In fact, that's been pretty normal for me lately. In fact, I wouldn't mind waking up a little bit earlier. It's easier to go surfing. The waves are better because it's less windy. That's what you want as a surfer. You want it, pretty windless or offshore if there's wind. I like it pretty windless, glassy. Jalen, thanks for the first super chat tip of the day. You just realize my background is fake? What are you talking about there? Like my background here? Or my background as a philosopher and music producer? I'm just kind of curious what you're saying there is fake. If you want, I'll go interact with the environment if you want. Oh, so we have another early morning person there. Kimberly, you usually get up at 5:30 or 6. Yeah, for some people like me and apparently Graven Babies, that's asking a lot. It really is. It's really, for me, painful to like wake up at 6. And you're at the gym by 6:30, Sarah? Wow. That's amazing. I mean, I thought I was like this hardcore morning person. I wake up around 8:45 or 9, and I don't do any food or anything. I go and work out. But man, my living room back here, I'm confused, Jalen. What are you talking about? That this is a studio room. We have a couch in there because many music and video studios, for that matter, have couches. It's fun to listen to music on the couch, listen to your mixes. A lot of times I'll record Angie's vocals. She's chilling on the couch. So that's a real couch. That's a real table. Real guitar behind me. I can pick that guitar up if you like or anything. But this is a real background. No, I can see how you're saying it. It looks like it might be fake or something like that. Just I'm rolling into it, touching the table there. This is real, if that's what you're wondering. But yeah, this is a real studio, real guitar here. Pick it up. This is real. This is not It's not a green screen or anything like that. So yeah, we're not a green screen based video production. It looks like a photo for some reason. No, this is really it. This is the chill room that I do my video and audio work in here. So yeah, I can see how it might look kind of fake. It looks kind of too cool to be real, sort of. Well, thanks for all the super chats there, Jalen. I remember when I did a when I met with my cardiologist last year and this year. Last year I met with her in person at her offices, Institute of Plant-Based Medicine. But for the most recent follow-up, which is like maybe 3-4 months ago, we met virtually. And what I'm trying to get to is she was like when she saw the video, because we did like a Zoom like meeting, she's going, wow, that's really cool. She couldn't believe this is like where I live and work and stuff like that. So we have someone who disregarded everything I said in the titles, I think. Hope you're doing good from all the plant food. Want to keep all your health in check when doing this weird type of diets? Fartson, I'll entertain you. I'll be really kind to you. What do you mean weird type of diet? I'm not on a diet. Do you understand? A diet is like, oh, I'm going to do some kind of diet so I lose weight or do something like that. I'm going to do it for I need my triglycerides or something like that. What do you mean a weird diet? I eat plants. I assume you probably eat plants too, Fartson, I'm guessing. Unless you don't, I just eat all plants. It's not a weird diet. In fact, I could show you the position statements of health organizations who have looked into the actual science rather than coming onto a vegan's live stream and harassing them with nonsense and show you that what you're saying is nonsense. Anyway, hey Wesker, how's it going? Weird diet. Veganism isn't a diet. Let's do our first. Let's go to see. Well, actually, while I have it open here, let's take a look at the Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service, British Nutrition Foundation, Dietitians Association of Australia, Mayo Clinic, etc., who after having reviewed the scientific evidence, rather than sitting on a couch and just making crap up as they fart, they actually reviewed the science because they have scientists, PhDs, medical doctors, nutritionists, and they have concluded that appropriately planned vegan diets, meaning that you're not doing something stupid. Anyway, where is your evidence, Fartson? Do you have any do you have any health organizations that say, hey, if you eat just plants and do it in a sensible, responsible way, that your health is in jeopardy? Please show me that. If you have that to show me, I'd be quite impressed. So if you want to go down this road, you have to respond only with sharing me a link or the title of a page. I know you can't share a link to your evidence that says, hey, if you eat plants and only plants in a responsible, sensible way, you have to be super careful about your health because it's going to fall apart. Look at here, a well-planned vegan diet, top one here, can meet all these nutritional needs. It is safe and healthy for pregnant and breastfeeding women, babies. The British National Health Service, with good planning and understanding of what makes up a healthy, balanced vegan diet, which I do. I know how to do it. You can get all the nutrients your body needs. So please show me, Mr. Fartson, any health organizations that say, hey, even if you're getting all the nutritional needs from your body, you're still gonna get really sick and die, because that's not what these experts have concluded. No, this is not a study, Fartson. These are position statements of professional health organizations. They review many studies that inform them to make position statements. Do you understand? They're not talking about one study. Should we just block this person for not obeying the rules? So, Fartson, you only have one reply if you want to keep down this line of reasoning. Show me a health organization that says, yeah, even if you're doing a sensible vegan diet, getting all your nutritional needs met, you still are in jeopardy of bad health outcomes. Let me know that. If you can't if you can't refer to anything, then don't say anything, because I'm going to block you. All right. This is exactly why I said I'm not in the mood tonight. That's why I put it in the title. So apologies if I seem a little strict with my rules tonight, but I gotta be. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, this is why I get a little upset. People aren't even respecting my desire here not to have anti-vegans. But anyway, yeah, Michelle saying to Fartson, plant-based diets are full of nutrients, as all these health organizations say. If you don't believe Michelle, you can believe, say, the Dietitians of Canada, British National Health Service, And also, yeah, right for pointing out that just regular red meat, or I'm sorry, processed meats like bacon, which I'm sure Fartson loves, is a group 1 carcinogen, while just regular non-processed meats like steak are group 2A carcinogens. And last time I checked, broccoli and potatoes are not on the World Health Organization's carcinogen food list. So hello everyone. I'm sorry I got sidetracked there. Let's see. What else? All right. So did I miss anything? Johnny, hey Johnny, you didn't get the notification of the live stream. Well, that's been my whole YouTube story for the past 3 years. Veggie Jim says, I got fart sun from all the beans he's been eating. Yeah, I had some legumes today too. I'm soy, but I'm not flatulent yet. Hey, David's vegan. Hey, hi Ryan. Happy to catch you live tonight. Hey, I'm here. Yes, we do this every Friday at this time, so set this into your calendar. Be here every Friday that you possibly can, because I'll be here. Hey VLAM, how's it going? Here's another anecdote, and I like how VLAM prefaces what she's saying here as an anecdote, like saying, hey, because of my personal example, this is a true scientific fact that's infallible. No, she's saying, here's my personal experience. Been vegan 3 years, 8 months, so nearly 4 years, and is the healthiest and most energy she's ever had. So take that to any naysayers that are sitting there, oh, if you eat only plants, despite all these position statements from health professionals and organizations of health professionals, you're going to die or something like that. There we can show some anecdotal stories to supplement the position statements. I can supplement them myself. Supplement the stories, I'm saying. Supplement the position statements with the stories. I was at the gym, once again, 56-year-old man, played basketball for approximately 3 hours, burned approximately 1,500 calories. Try that. See if your granddad or dad can play basketball for about 3 hours. Just saying, it's pretty, I don't want to brag, it's pretty impressive to be able to play that long, it's pretty cool to be able to do that at age 56. Hey, Chris Murphy, Astral says, hey, but she's making a Whole Foods plant-based awesome dinner. Potatoes, cashews, sunflower seeds, peppers, onions, carrots, no carcinogens there. Yeah, I didn't think there'd be any of your plants that you're eating there. Hey, Fu Man Poo, good to see you. Yeah, we're doing okay, and we hope everyone else is doing okay. I know there was some more extreme weather across the country today. California's fine now ever since the Hurricane Hillary of last week. But yeah. Let's see, Veggie Jim, 3 hours. You just played for 2.5. I should have quit after 2 or 2.5 hours, Jim. I'm not saying it was a wise decision, but I just kept staying on. I told them at the end, the last game of 21, I'm not going to play defense anymore. Like, if you come near me, I'll put my hand up the block. I'll challenge your shot, but I'm not going to move around like I normally do on defense. I'm a defensive specialist, and I just said, I want to play offense now. I'm too tired. You play 2.5 hours with the Fran, and you're toast right now. Very impressive indeed. Thanks for verifying for what I played with good players. One of the guys I played with, he played in college, and he said, yeah, his games are often on ESPN. He'd see himself on TV and did interviews, on national television. So I'm playing with good players. I'm not just playing with some chumps you might find or something like that. I'm playing with, players that will challenge almost anyone, unless you're a current pro or Division 1 or 2 college player or something like that. He's now around my age. I think he's 49 or something like that. I'm 56. I'm still older than him, but he's not I'm sure he's not as fast as he was when he was 22 or something like that. So anyway, oh, Sarah, you get to watch a lot of basketball because your stair climber at the gym overlooks the basketball courts. Wow, that's cool, man. I want to see what kind of gym you got there. And that's cool. Hey, Sarah, remind me again, did you say you grew up in Marin County? I'm just kind of curious because I have some I've had good times in Marin County when I lived and stayed up there a lot in the 90s. Yeah, I'm thinking about visiting up there again. But yeah, I just remembered, yeah, you mentioned that you have Marin roots. Fartson, I told you, if you're going to come back, you only had one option, and your option was to present evidence that if you follow a sensible, well-planned vegan diet, that you, even if you're getting all your nutritional needs met, you need to be careful. And you didn't follow what I said. So Fartson, put you in timeout to think about it. If you want to come back and play by the rules, you're welcome to. But I promised I would do exactly what I just did there, and I would be a wimp if I didn't do that. So anyway, okay, you grew up there and lived there for 40 years. What part, if you don't mind sharing? Like San Rafael, or are you more of a Fairfax person, or wow, we have some kind of racist person here. Wow. Did someone get the racist yet here? Where is it? Streamlabs after food. Okay, looks like hi, it's before Hardy. Wow, okay. Hang on one second. It wants me to insert an ad right now, which I'm not going to do. Okay, did someone ban the racist scum? I was trying to ban the racist scum. It looks like it already happened or something like that. Did you ban the racist scum, Uncle? I guess saying I don't want anti-vegans and I triggered some people. Yeah, that should be a banned word. Actually, I could probably add that really quickly here. Let me see if I remember how to do that really quickly here. Let's see. 1 second, guys. My apologies here. I usually don't go into this feature. I think my brain is too tired right now after all the basketball. Anyway, I'm going to try one more time. Why am I going to give up for? Okay, here we go. Word protection. Here we go. Let me go into word protection. I was right there. Okay, here's my blacklist. Let me add some more words here. Okay. All right. Thank you for mentioning that. We have that word added to the blocked words. So thanks for moderating, Uncle. And it's funny how people come here and show their true colors. Like, they're not only against vegans, they're against people of color. What else are you guys against? You know, it's just like, what's wrong with you people? Anyway, we're not going to give them any more attention than that. They're just lonely, sad people who have nothing better to do with their Friday nights than come to a group of peaceful vegans and which they're not part of or anything, and try to disrupt it or something, a live stream of vegans. Like, really, that's the best option on Friday night. You don't have a date or a friend or anything like that. No one to hang out with. You're going to come and disrupt a vegan live stream, a community that you're not part of in any way, shape, or form. I actually have compassion for what a sad life you really must have. Seriously, I'm not just saying that to be mean. I'm just honestly, kind of like, I feel for you if that's the best thing you got going on, and say racist stuff. Wow. So anyway, hey, if you have if you vegans here have no friends and nothing better to do, totally cool. This is a great place to be. This is why I created this community for you, for me. You know, I don't have many friends either. You know, this is great. This is where we belong together. But if you're like some kind of, I eat meat and I don't like Chinese people, this is not for you. Why are you coming here? This is like, there's nothing for you here. So anyway, yeah, Bob, it's weird. You didn't see anything too. I was looking I have two monitors here, which give me two different views of the live chat. And yeah, on one feed, I saw the racist comment. On the other one, I didn't, which is weird. I saw that some of you said you saw it and some of you didn't. I don't know what happened with that one. So anyway, yeah, my, how did that word get in there again? All right, Uncle. Looks like Uncle, you're going to have to be on top of it tonight. I thought I blocked that word. Oh, maybe it got... All right, maybe it just got through for a second. Anyway, wow, what is wrong with people? All right, thanks, Angie, for reporting that racist for hate speech. He'll just probably delete it, make a new account, but it seems like they could finally tie it to his email. Oh, cool. Here we go. I got it. Hide users. Oh, I think it was because I was looking at top chat rather than live chat. That's what's going on. All right, so that guy's been banned, and I'm not sure how that word got through. Angie, if you could do me a favor, maybe you could go into the YouTube settings and see if you can block that word. I did it in Streamlabs, but I guess if we could go into YouTube as well. Again, it's kind of hard for me to do all that simultaneously and manage a live stream. I was lucky I just found it in Streamlabs because it's not a page I access all that often, like once a year or something like that. Yeah, it is kind of weird. You can just use that word. In fact, let me just take a quick look here and see if there's a way I can figure out how to do it here. Where would it be? Oh, probably settings. Hey, I think I know where it's at. I think I might be able to do it. Yeah, I think it's in here. I think I found it. Yeah, here's some blocked words. Yeah, let me do it right here. I found it, Angie. All right, cool. Oh, you got it too? All right, cool. We're trying different, we're trying the same thing. I just kind of had a moment of clarity. I kind of remembered where it was. So anyway, let's hope we are all good now. Let me add something else. Ooh, I can see an automatic ban for using these words too. Hang on one second. Ban. Okay, make sure none of you guys use one of these racist words. I don't think you would, but you'll automatically be banned. So just the ones that were used tonight. So yeah, just letting you know it's automatic banning time. So I don't have to do anything. That's cool. Racists keep coming saying stupid stuff and you'll just get automatically banned. I don't have to see it or even ban you now. So awesome. Fartson, you would think YouTube would auto block racism, but no. Nope. Kind of weird, but I'm glad I figured out what was going on. It was live chat versus top chat. You don't see all the comments. So anyway, guys, let's come back to things here. J3 wants to know what happened to duckweed sources of B12. Yeah, my favorite one, the Clean Machine Green Protein. Their manufacturer, the duckweed of it, part of it, moved on to other things in manufacturing, so that's not happening. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, J3. Clean Machine said they were developing a new product involving duckweed. It wouldn't have as much duckweed, but have something, and I haven't seen that happen yet. I haven't really talked to those guys, so yeah, good question. I haven't had any duckweed B3 in a long time now. Hey Milo, from the Big Island. Your religion. Love your neighbor, including animals. Yeah, that sounds like a good religious belief there. Yeah, I mean, if you want to call veganism a religion, which really isn't, it's a philosophy. But yeah, love your neighbor. Like animals are our neighbors. We love our human and animals neighbors. Well, I don't really like my neighbors too much around here. I mean, they're okay. I'm starting to get along better with some of them, but I've never been a big fan with my nearest neighbors here. The ones that are a few houses away, I actually like better. In case any of my neighbors are watching, I like you guys. Don't worry. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, yeah, hit like, as Uncle says, hit like. Wow, Sarah, you're at Corvid Moon. Probably would shave your head if that happened. What would that have to be? But your head's already kind of pretty, your hair's pretty short. Isn't it near shave, Sarah, like a quarter inch? But yeah, I'm curious, what would you, what would make you shave your head? I'm kind of curious. Fallon, you accidentally blocked someone? Oh wow! Does anyone know what to do if you accidentally block someone in the chat there? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's help Fallon Marie here. If anyone knows how to unblock someone you might have accidentally blocked, Because I don't know. It was just, oh man, I'm sorry about that. Corvus says, girls with short hair is a weakness of yours. Awesome. Yeah, Foodman wants to know. He says, and once Fallon, I apparently blocked metal a long time ago and cannot fix it. Yeah, pixie cuts are cute. I agree with you there, Heidi. Well, I didn't hear about that. In Sonoma, like Sonoma County, California, 5D Joe, you're super curious on my thoughts of the Sonoma rescue trial where 500 activists openly rescued chickens from illegal cages in California. I mean, without knowing any more than what you just told me there, that sounds great, right? I'd love to read the story and get more details so I can know more about that. But of course, that sounds like a great win. 500 activists rescued chickens from illegal cages in my home state here. Awesome. So anyway, Dan, is it okay to kill a mosquito? I don't know. I don't have mosquito problems. I mean, you guys couldn't tell me what you guys do with mosquitoes. I mean, if you don't have to, right? It's like when I go to my mom's and there's like a one of those things that looks like a roach, but it's not, and she's going to get a thing out and kill it. Wait, I'll just take it outside. You don't have to kill it. I can see if your home's infested, maybe you have to do something more drastic then, like call professionals. Just because you're vegan doesn't mean you have to live in a vermin or roach infested house or anything like that. But I mean, there are some circumstances where you might have to not do what you ethically want to do. But again, being vegan doesn't mean if say you have a rodent problem, you have to let the rodents multiply and pretty soon your whole house is covered with rodents. That's not really a practicable way of living. Anyway, okay, Fallon Murray, you think you figured out. You don't think you blocked anybody. That's good to hear, because I don't know how to undo it. And Veggie Jim adds, mosquitoes, unlike roaches, are actually trying to attack you, even though they're not thinking that. They're just trying to think they need nourishment. But they're actually physically doing something to your body that causes some harm. So it's a different kind of ball game there. I mean, there is self-defense there. Anyway, I'm not going to get too much into mosquitoes there, but that's my take on it. Just because you're vegan doesn't mean you have to just sit there and lay down and let mosquitoes walk all over you if that's your situation. Anyway, repellent. There's a good idea. No, 5D Joe, tell me more about that. For rats, they have something called Contra Pest. They use it in San Francisco and the New York City subway. Studies show, wow, that high of an effectiveness. So you're saying that's if you have a rodent situation, before calling a traditional rodent poison exterminator type, because that's the last thing you want, because we live in a house, we don't want it's just some guy or whatever coming spraying stuff that'll harm us and the cats, in addition to everything else that might be around, like opossums, which are peaceful, friendly creatures that we love, and the squirrels and everything. So if there's something like what you're talking about there, 5D Joe, which is a contraception against pest reproduction, awesome. Sounds like the way to go. Hey, T. Jones, you've been really digging listening to my latest release, the 25th anniversary of the Love Spirals Downwards album Flux, which I spent a long time working on the past several months, getting all the tracks off the old digital audio tapes, DAT tapes, transferring them and remastering it, and finding all the bonus tracks that were just sitting there for 25 years without any humans having ever heard them. Myself included, I haven't heard them since 1997 or 8, but no one's heard them because they've been sitting on a DAT tape unreleased. So cool, I'm glad you are liking that. Let me see what else you said. you had the listening party for. So were you there, T Jones? Were you at that? Yeah, we did a listening party on Bandcamp. Yeah, I think we posted it on our community tab. Particularly, I think I'm not sure if we did it for the Happy Fam or everyone, but yeah, we just let you guys know we were doing a live event of sorts. It's just basically like a live stream without me in video. I was sitting there in the chat the whole time on our Love Spirals Downwards on Bandcamp page, just talking about each song and recalling lots of the memories, and lots of old friends and fans showed up. People I remember from the past, people that are some of our big pivotal shows in the past, Mexico City, Project Fest in Chicago, and it was awesome. It was amazing evening of music sharing with you guys, so that was cool. So we're going to do some more listening parties on Bandcamp for sure. I'll post it here on the community tab too if anyone is interested in joining us for one of those. Thanks, T. Jones. It seriously is timeless. Our 1998 Flux album sounds like it could have come out today. Awesome. Yeah, I was quite impressed at its the quality of the music. I mean, consider that compared to what I have right now, such a primitive studio, horrible microphones and horrible preamps, and I didn't have a digital audio workstation and all this stuff like I got now. I was impressed with what I pulled off, and I think a lot of that's due to the mastering, which is the once the songs are all mixed down and you sweeten it up. Our original mastering engineer, Robert Rich, did a great job, and I had to try to do something in the league of what he did there, and I think I got in there. So yeah, the mastering really helps a lot too, to really just make it sound sonically pleasing. So anyway, thanks so much, T. Jones, and let me know if you were there at the listening party that we did a couple weeks back. What's that, Fu Man Poo? When you manage to sleep, you're having dreams of running boats aground again? Plane crashes too? Wow, have you been an operator of boats and planes, Fu Man? Because I really haven't. Definitely a plane. My minutes operating a boat are really measured in minutes, not hours, so I don't have too much life experiences of that. Just kind of curious. You commute to work on one? Whoa. Wow, that's cool. That is really cool. I guess you can do that in your part of Florida, huh? Commute via waterways. Let's see. V wants to know if me and Angie are still into meditation. I was more of the meditator. She was more of the yoga practitioner. You've been reading some Sam Harris. Quite intrigued by his framing of spirituality. Oh, I didn't know anything about Sam Harris, or is it Sam Harris as you typed it? But I don't really meditate much anymore. I like meditation. I just don't usually make time for it. And often in the past, I would kind of incorporate my meditation in my yoga practice, which I'm not doing much anymore. So yeah, I'm not getting too much of what's known as like a classic sort of meditation practice or yoga practice right now. It's been that way for a few years. Well, so T. Jones, you did drop into that listening party on Bandcamp, Love Spirals Downwards Bandcamp, about halfway through. I was really surprised by what I heard. The drum and bass element mixed with guitars was super interesting. Yeah, that's what that whole 1998 Flux album was all about. Yeah, just a lot of the drum and bass I liked at the time. It was this more kind of ambient drum and bass. A little jazzy too, and I got that music would be great with guitar, so that's what I want to do, and make get some vocals on it, some female vocals on it. So that's what Flux is all about in a nutshell. So Fu, you operated boats for years. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow, John, ever since Hillary hit, you keep having nightmares about tornadoes. Wow. Maybe you should have watched those documentaries then. It's really easy to get freaked out by something that we see on social media or even or more traditional like documentary or movie or something like that. Sean, Did I get worse at music as a vegan? No, I think I'm a better music producer now than I've ever been. I mean, listen to like, say, our Smile EP. We could play some songs, or listen to like Life Goes On. Particular song, like my favorite one on there, Are You Lonely? I couldn't have produced something like that back before in the 1990s, and or before I wasn't vegan. So no, I think the best music I've produced has been since I've been vegan. Why are you asking that, Sean? Are you trying to be a jerk, or are you like a vegan and you really think if you go vegan, your music gets worse or something like that? Like, why would you even ask someone that? It's just should we block them for just being a dick or a troll or something like that? Jeez. Okay, you're joking. Okay. Okay. All right, I get it now, Sean. My bad. I shouldn't have reacted like that at you. I just get so many dumb questions from anti-vegans that, I forget that sometimes vegans are being sarcastic, and I apologize. That's why I put in the title tonight. No anti-vegans tonight, please. I'm just kind of tired from approximately 3 hours of basketball at age 56. I just want to kind of chill a little bit tonight. Plus, I just want a different pace, different mood, different vibe tonight. After like a month or so of not having any anti-vegans, and all of a sudden they came back in force the past few weeks, I'm kind of missed the peaceful days of or few anti-vegans. So anyway, sarcasm here, Sarah. Yeah, sometimes there is, the nature of this kind of communication that we have here, a live chat. I can't read your facial expressions. I can't make inferences and judgments as to your intentions and meanings. So I'll make some huge mistakes, so that's the whole thing about online communication. It's really easy to make errors. I've learned and read a lot about how the human brain has so much processing power dedicated to just picking up the vibe of another person, what their vibe is, how to read their expressions, how to read the expressions of a group of people. So much brain power is dedicated to that, and you lose most all of that when you have words instead of faces and body language and intonation and all these other cues that humans have been utilizing for aeons to judge social situations correctly. Johnny, you're doing a cutting right now, a bulking versus cutting thing. See, I've never done anything like that. I just, I eat regularly all the time, and then I'm just working to get stronger. I don't really bulk or cut. I'm just, like most guys that are like basketball or tennis or volleyball or soccer players that lift. We're just lifting to get stronger and more athletic at our sport. Rarely do we go through bulking or cutting. So I feel for you guys. That sounds really hard on the body and mind. I'm glad I don't do that. But if that's your thing, totally cool. I'm just appreciate how I don't need to do that, because that sounds really tough. Hey, Vic R, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your super generous super chat tip there, Vic R. Let me read it here on Veg News. Quote, teens are at risk for heart disease. Can a vegan diet help? Let's see. I would say yes, but so much negative press towards the vegan lifestyle that causes so many people to take a complete pass. Sad. Well, let's see. Yeah, interesting, Vic. What can you do? I don't think teens, even if they're more risk than they believe they are for heart disease, they're probably not going to change much. You know how teens are. They think they're most are, not saying all, but typically people in their teens and 20s kind of have this sort of invincibility thing going on. They think they are, but they don't realize what their mortality really is or understand it quite fully. So, yeah, I'm not sure if negative press about vegan diets would have much of an effect. Even if we had tons of positive press, say there were no Joe Rogans and there was none of these dark money Washington lobbyist groups paying influencers to say that vegan burgers are like dog food. If say we didn't have any of that, I still don't think too many teens and younger people would go vegan solely to lower their risk of heart disease. That's my opinion about that. What do you think? Hey, Corvid, thank you too for your oh, is that Canadian? Is that what the CA is there, Corvid? I didn't know you were from Canada. Oh, thank you. How's it going? Going pretty chill today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Foo, I didn't know that. You were in a punk band called Tweaked. Sarah, six-pack abs freak you out. Yeah, it is kind of trippy to see six-pack abs. Hey, if someone has six-pack abs, cool, totally cool, but it is kind of trippy, huh? You are in Canada, awesome. Veggie Jim says, WTF, 6'2" and 160 is ideal? Gotta think he's off in that, but wow, who says that? Let's see, Bob said, claiming that Dr. Greger said the ideal weight for a man, 6'2", is 160 pounds. Whoa, no, not even, bro. I mean, I'm 6'4" and about 195 pounds. I can't imagine if I was just 2 inches shorter, I would weigh 160 pounds. Where do you get that? I mean, if we look at BMI calculators, we can go look there for you, Bob, but that sounds like it'd be on the very lowest end of a what's considered an acceptable or normal. I forgot what terminology is, healthy body mass index, but that is that's pushing it. If that is what's considered a healthy BMI, it's just barely there. Dr. Greger probably just cherry picked the very lowest. If this is indeed true, not saying he did, but if he did do this, he cherry picked the lowest extreme of the range. It's a pretty wide range too. But I don't know why you would want to be 160 pounds if you're 6'2". Like, why? I mean, if that's your thing, cool. If you're running all the time, yeah. If you're a hardcore runner, like 40 miles a week, and you're 6'2", yeah, 160 pounds is very real. Because I was when I was running at my most, I was about 171 pounds at my lowest. I don't think I ever dipped into 169 or anything like that, but low 170s. And I'm 6'4.5". So yeah, if you're running a lot, yeah, 6'2", 160 sounds good. But if you don't need the body of a cyclist or a distance runner, I'm not sure why you would want to be that low BMI. Anyway, hey, Produce Not Pills. Yeah, you're totally right. Thanks for the super chat tip there, Produce Not Pills. And you're 100% right? If, like teens, I was talking about teens and people in their 20s typically have a kind of sort of invincibility. No offense to any of you guys if you are. I'm just saying I'm talking about myself, I'm reflecting about how I was, and I've had my experiences speaking with others in that age range. Yeah, if they went vegan, they'd eat all junk food for the most part anyway, right? Hey, I'm eating vegan, right? And we all know, even just being any kind of vegan is not going to necessarily help your health markers. It's not going to lower your risk for heart disease or anything like that. If you're eating a heavy coconut oil, junk food, vegan diet, that could actually increase your risk of heart disease. So yeah, anyway, good point there. Yeah, Veggie Jim, you could see, yeah, what I'm talking about, you don't even have to be ultra marathon, just like a good, like even a 10K runner, half marathon runner, 6'2", 160 seems very reasonable, like totally fine, like probably an ideal for them. But yeah, I don't know if we have to go all the way up to ultra marathon. But yeah, ultra marathon, maybe 160 might be a little too much. Maybe you might be better off at like 155 or something. Chris Murphy, you're 6'3" and 170. See what I'm saying? It just seems a little low. I don't know why those numbers were picked. The lowest, maybe potentially healthy BMI for that height. Anyway, hey, AJ's here. Did you just pop in, AJ? Aloha, riding gig. Good to see you, AJ. Glad I saw Angie saying hello to you. Sarah, so you're 5'11" and 160, and I seen you. I saw your photo on your Fu Man told me on you've been uploading videos on your YouTube. So I saw, yeah, you're rail thin, right? You're 5'11", 160. So according to what Bob was saying, that Dr. Greger supposedly said, 5'11", 160. No, if 160 is what you should weigh if you're like 6'2" or something. Like, no, that just seems really weird. Yeah, you're strong AF. You're a stick. I'm a stick if you're 150. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, you don't want to get any thinner, Sarah. Like, why would you want to be 150? You look perfectly fine at 150. I'm 160, I mean, if that's what you are. Yeah, thanks for sharing that stat. Yeah, people that are my height, I'm actually 6'4", so you're saying 6 foot though, a solid 6'4". or over is about 1% of the 1.1%. So once we're talking about like over 6 foot, like 6'4", I mean 6'4" above, or probably 1% or less of the population. Sean, what is the healthiest height? I don't think there's a healthiest height, but I'm pretty sure, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, that there's actually a correlation between height and longevity. And it doesn't work out for the tall guys like me, and especially taller. Shorter seems to correlate with longer lives, and taller, shorter. I'm not sure why that is, but I mean, that's just one component to longevity. The height is just one mini correlation. There's other things like, like non-genetic things like diet and lifestyle and, environmental factors. Like, do you live next to a pollution factory, or do you live out in the middle of, Hawaii or Northern California where you're getting fresh air off the ocean all day? So there's a lot of other factors. Tanya, yeah, your 6 foot nephew is very fit, 200 pounds. He's muscular. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, you see guys that are my height in the NBA that weigh like 220, and yeah, I tell you, I'm 6'4" and 195-ish pounds or so. I vary between like 193 and 197. I think I'm about 194 right now. But anyway, that's not a big deal. Yeah, veggie gym, diet, exercise, these other non-genetic factors, way more important than height. But all things being equal, the shorter you are, the correlates better with longevity. But yeah, there's so many other factors and variables. I'm not going to worry too much about that one. I'm just going to try to be a healthy 6'4.5" old guy. Eric, that's good because you're 5'2". Good. Well, again, that's not the only factor, but yeah, all other things being equal. George, 6'4" and full of muscle? No, I'm not full of muscle. I don't train to be a bodybuilder. I'm trying to be a strong but quick and lean basketball player, so I can guard 18-year-olds who weigh 150 pounds and are lightning fast. That's my objective. So yeah, if I weighed 215 pounds with more muscle, yeah, I could do some other. I could be stronger, but I would I'd probably lose some foot speed and have trouble staying in front of these guys. I don't get beat by someone who's bigger or stronger than me, really. The only times I really have trouble guarding people is if they are 150 pounds and lightning quick. They're like 18 years old, 50 pounds lighter than me, and they move like lightning. That's, as they say in basketball, speed kills. Anyway, yeah, Johnny, yeah, I don't know about cancer, but yeah, maybe that's part of the longevity and height correlation stuff. Anyway, lay these kids down when they drive to the basket. When I drive to the basket, yeah, these kids need to step out of the way. Yeah, seriously, when you have a guy my size, making a fast move to the basket, you better be ready. You better have some strength because, yeah, the momentum of 195 pounds and my length, yeah, you better be ready. If you don't have the size, you better step out of the way. Or hopefully you've been hitting the weight room, That's what the weight room's for, to be able to absorb contact like that better. Yeah, Jana, something like that. I think you're on to something there. That might be what is going on. It's just harder for a bigger body. So I'm just glad. It's 6'4". Life is different once you hit 6'5". Seriously, take it from me. I know because I'm right on that threshold right there. Once you're 6'5", you're in the realm of tall people. Yeah, if you're over 7 foot, like Janet points out, yeah, it's harder for your heart to do everything. You got to eat more food to support it all. But yeah, it's harder to find clothes. Just speaking on an everyday practical, like get into heart disease and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just harder to find clothes. I mean, it's hard enough for me to find clothes. I was so jealous back in the 90s going to like thrift stores on Melrose with my friends who are like regular height, like 5'8" and stuff like that, just getting everything they want. They're just coming home with bags full of totally awesome, like cool 60s shirts. And I would just get like one or two things that are all right because very few things would fit a guy my size, when you're looking at secondhand clothing. So, and even if you buy new clothes too, it could be tougher. Fortunately, America's gotten bigger, so there's bigger sizes now. So it's easier for me to find bigger stuff if I want that, But yeah, once you're over 6'5", though, it is more challenging to just have your everyday clothes finds. Wow, AJ, that is a height discrepancy there. 5 feet versus 6'4". Wow, that must be cute. But a lot of times people think me and Angie are cute because I'm like, she fits right under my chin, conveniently, perfectly under my chin. I like that. I like to put my head, when I hug her, just put my head over her chin. My her head's down here, my head's right up here, and she goes right, slides right under, like a what's that called? Tetris. Wow, Uncle. Myra is 6 foot flat-footed. Wow, she's even taller than Sarah here. Wow. So Kimberly, so is your husband just under 6'5"? That's me, 6'4.5". But with my basketball shoes on, I'm over 6'5". That's what people see at the gym. Your dad is 6'6". He used to shop at a store called He-Man. Really, except for like big guys. Often there's like big guy shops, both kinds of big, tall big and wide big. So yeah, so I'm lucky I don't have to go to a specialty shop or get a tailor or something like that. Wow, I see the NBA guys in their special clothes. That looks like, if you make $1 million or $20 million a year, then you can get some really awesome clothes made for you. Veggie Jam, makes sense. I find my ideal body weight is around, you're saying for yourself, 155 to 160 to look your best while still feeling great and not underfed at just 2 inches taller than me, or 2 inches shorter than me, right? Yeah, you're not 6'6", right? Hey, okay. Oh, that's weird, AJ. It's kind of like you and your first boyfriend. Your mom and dad were roughly those same heights too. That's interesting. So you could have gone either way. You could have been really tall or 5 foot, and you got your mom's height genetics. Well, yeah. Females usually are, genetically shorter than males. So, Anyway, Ray, you ran your first marathon in 2017 while not vegan. It was rough. You have your second coming up in a few months after being in 4 years. They should go much better. Well, the training's going to be the biggest difference, and hopefully eating a whole food plant-based diet will help your training. Not saying being vegan just in and of itself will make you a better athlete. That's just crazy. It's like how the carnivores say, hey, if you just eat meat, you can lay on the couch and you'll magically grow a bodybuilder's chest and biceps. I mean, yeah, I know you don't think that. I'm just saying. But yeah, it should help with your recovery, because that's what you're doing. Now, when you run, your body's getting inflamed. I know my legs are all inflamed from basketball today. They probably still are, but eating a non-inflammatory diet, one that helps with inflammation, lets you recover quicker, you can train more, you can work out longer like I did today. I played basketball for until nearly 3 hours. So hopefully that helped in your training. It has helped you in your training, and you'll do even better. But it's going to be rough. Marathon's a tough distance, and it's going to be rough. Vegan or not, you're not going to sit there and go, this is easy at mile 22 or something like that. You're going to still have to push to finish, and if you're aiming for a good time. Hey, Emily. Omar, vegan runs. Anyone could run a sub 6 minute mile. Hey, even when I was running, I couldn't run a sub 6 minute mile. I don't remember what my time was. I don't ever remember hitting the 5 minutes or anything like that. I think I was maybe low sixes or something like that. I couldn't do it. I'm too big. Seriously, I don't think it's that easy for a 6'4.5", 170 odd pound dude to carry all that mass so quickly for so long. You just get too hot. You just overheat. It's kind of nice tonight, telling the haters not to come, huh? Isn't this kind of nice? I guess we got to do this more often. Put in the title, please no anti-vegans tonight. We're just not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. I heard about that uncle. Yeah, I saw that thread going around Twitter of all these professional athletes who are actually 6'3" and 215 pounds, and how their physiques are a lot different from someone who claimed those statistics about their height. Yeah, much less dramatic, Michelle. Yeah, I told you, I was talking with Michelle Mosevich in the comments earlier today. Yeah, I mean, she's saying I get mad at the anti-vegans. I've been doing too much shouting and stuff. I mean, I'm a philosopher by training, so my natural reaction isn't to be like, I don't want to say his name. You guys know Richard, but anyway, I'm not. My goal isn't to fight or become a dick or something like that. My goal is to do what I've been doing for most of my life, using the critical thinking that's I was trained to think in after having gotten an undergraduate degree in philosophy and having gone to graduate school, a PhD program in philosophy, just using my critical thinking skills. That said, I am a human. I'm not Mr. Spock. Well, he is half human, right? But anyway, my point is, I still have emotions, but I try not to let them get the better of me. I try to keep everything factual and logical, but sometimes they do upset me for various reasons, and I apologize. I've never made any claim to be like a perfect human or something like that, where emotions don't get the better of me, but I don't let them dominate me or anything like that. I try my best to be as calm and chill and level-headed as possible. So I'm sorry if I let some of you guys down, if you guys thought I was a better person than I am, but I'm not. I'm just a regular human, regular healthy emotions that sometimes are more dominant than they ought to be. I should be more ruled by the intellect and logic, like Mr. Spock, who is my idol. Anyway, not my true idol, but you know what I'm saying. I relate most to Mr. Spock on Star Trek. So anyway, Travis, emotions make you a monster? No, they make some people monsters. Myself, personally, no, they don't make me a monster, but sometimes, yeah. Here's what kind of gets me, guys, on the Friday live streams here. If they just keep coming and coming and coming and nonstop, I'll lose my patience. Like any of you guys, right? We all have limited, finite patience. Some people have a higher patience level, some lower. Mine's, I think, at a reasonable level, but after a while, my patience starts wearing thin. And I think that's where those are the circumstances where I might have a shorter fuse than I ought to. But anyway, I'm a human, and 2023, Ryan Lum, I am a human. Oh, what happened to Emily? Let me screw up. It looks like Emily suffered something. You're icing your ankle right now. You overdid it. Oh, trying to get back into it. Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, if you have not participated in a sport ever, or if you've taken an extended absence for whatever reasons, you had other things to do in life, you had an injury that kept you off your training, your body changes. All right, so not only will the conditioning be gone, but it's for a sport like basketball, tennis, soccer, running, you're on your feet, all those ligaments and stuff and stuff. You see what a medical specialist I am. Those things aren't as strong and durable. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get them strong again. You gotta you just can't get out there. You don't have all the protection that your body gave you while you were doing an activity like hardcore, like regularly, what I mean, not hardcore, but on the reg. So yeah, Emily, despite you probably having the best intentions, you want to get out there and do it, your body can only go at such get back into it at such a safe pace. So don't overdo it. Listen to your body. Whatever you tried to run today, don't do that. Go slower, go shorter. Get back into it in a safe, healthy way. Like I said, I know you want to do well. You're motivated, but a lot of times our bodies aren't in agreement with what our intentions, what our brains want to do. Cool, Emily. Yeah, take it from me. This is when I play basketball, I have almost a ritualistic warm up. I don't ever even play a game until I have at least 30-40 minutes to warm up, and I have a certain ritual, certain ways I warm up, progression I should say. I'm slowly, steadily getting my body loose and warm in all different ways, finally getting the hips loose at the end, and then I'm kind of ready to go. But yeah, there's a certain way to do it, and if I don't follow that, there's consequences usually. I'll play like crap, or I'll get some kind of stupid, dumb injury that day. Fulmar Music, you hyperextended your knee trying to run from an assailant the other night? Not sure what happened, Fulmar Music? If you don't mind sharing, that sounds horrible. What the hell happened? Yeah, George, hiking in the wilderness. Yeah, that's it. That's why I want to move somewhere different in the future. I want to live somewhere where there's more wilderness. Doesn't have to be Hawaii necessarily, but somewhere with more wilderness. I said just fewer people, more nature. Yeah, Bob, I agree with you. Basketball is a risky game past 40. You got to be extra careful. And yeah, I think I understand and manage those risks is about as well as I can. One thing that helps me out a lot, Bob, is I don't actually play games every time I go down to the basketball court. I would say I actually play competitive basketball against like another person, maybe 25 to 33% of the time. The rest of the time I'm working out on the court, doing drills, all sorts of stuff. And a lot of these drills I'm doing actually make my body stronger. Like last Friday, but like a week ago today, I was doing sprints, and sprints are great. They're great for your conditioning. They're great for just strengthening the parts of your body that needs it for running, like the ligaments and joints and tendons and stuff like that. So I'm doing lots of stuff to protect myself. And when I'm not playing basketball the other days, as long as it ain't too hot out in my garage, as it's kind of been the past month or so, I'm working out strength training. So I'm just keeping my body strong on all levels, not only the muscles, but keeping the joints and tendons, ligaments, all as good as and healthy as they can be. So I try to manage the risks as much as I can. So when I actually do play, I can play my ass off and hopefully not come back with any injuries. I used to get more banged up and more dumb injuries in my 30s than I do now in my 50s. So think about that. I mean, is it because I'm vegan now? I'm not sure. I don't know, but I remember, that's why I stopped playing after like 36, 37 years old. I'm tired of all these dumb injuries, and Angie was tired of me getting injured all the time. So I don't know. I don't know if I have veganism to thank or not, but it's working. I've been playing now for like pretty consistently for maybe 4 or 5 years now, and yeah, doing great. doing wonderfully, getting less injured now than I was in my 30s. But yeah, it is a risky sport past 60. But again, it depends. I think if you're doing what I'm doing, if you're working out every day, like I am pretty much, and then training on the basketball court and not always playing competitive ball, and knowing how to manage risk in basketball, I think there's a lot of factors that are working in my favor. Northeast, George? No, I'm not going to move anywhere with snow. That's where I draw the line there. Like a place where it snows regularly. Yeah, Sweet Potato Sister hasn't been here tonight, Sarah. You were absolutely right. Just noticed her absence when you said that. I don't say hello to Drew, VG92. I don't think I said hello to you as well tonight. And hello as well to Annoying but Morally Consistent. Yeah, gymnastics after 40. That sounds horrible. I mean, doing gymnastics in your 40s or 50s, that sounds really tough. I mean, I can look at a sport and tell you what looks like what's really tough on the body. And gymnastics looks extreme, like parkour or stuff like that in your 40s. That sounds crazy. Not to say it's impossible to do. That's just like way more risk than what I'm taking for my basketball. Come to Oregon. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, that's a possibility. Probably a little too far north for me, though. She's been gone a few weeks. I think you're right, huh? Oh, your daughter just started nursing school? Fu Man? Awesome. And you thought of Potato Sister. Oh, Sarah, I didn't realize, where you're at in Oregon, you have a winter driveway to shovel out. See, I don't want that. That's cool. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I don't want to live somewhere like that. It sounds crazy. Just crazy hard. Emily, after the summer's heat, I wouldn't mind some snow at the moment. Then hopefully it won't just snow like biblically, like it did here in California, where we had in our local Southern California mountains more snow than ever. So hopefully global weirding won't be too weird this winter. We'll see. Wow, vegan metalhead, you got a bruise from a 100-pound bag of rice today at work. Damn, at least it was rice. If there's any positive to that, but I'm sorry to hear about that. Somebody would backflip for quarters. I bet that was someone a long time ago, right, Uncle? He or she probably isn't doing that now, I would guess, right? Tony, did you see the title of this live stream, Tony? I said no anti-vegans tonight. If you have a question for me, I'll answer it, but I don't want to get in any kind of like dragged out, heated discussion. I'll read your question. Would I be willing to have a civil discussion on veganism? Yeah, that's what we do here every Friday night. But I just said tonight I'm kind of tired. 3 hours of protein deficient basketball. Just kind of chilling. I don't want to like, just don't want to, it's not in the mood tonight. But anyway, I could talk in private first to give you your argument against veganism. Well, why don't you just give us it right now? If you're not, just tell me in a nutshell. Can you if you have an idea, can you give me the shape of the idea? What is kind of the gist, like the summary? Just like, there's an abstract in a long scientific article or publication. Just give me the gist of your argument, the gist of your example. And yeah, I'm just kind of curious which path you're gonna go down, or what kind of strategy or tactic you have there. Just kind of curious, if you don't mind sharing that with us, Tony. You could do that in a civil way. I'm totally cool. Syllogism. Well, that's a word from my philosophy days. Well, I forgot what a syllogism is. Let me look that up again. No, it's been a long time. I've heard of philologies, right? Syllogism. An instance of a form of reasoning in which a conclusion is drawn, whether validly or not, from two given or assumed premises. Okay. Here's an example of a syllogism. All A are B, and some C are A. Therefore, some C are B. Like all elephants have big ears. Some animals are elephants. Oh, it's like Socrates. Oh, here's a syllogism I remember now from college, right? This is like a classic one you hear in every like philosophy 101 class. All men are mortal. Socrates is a man. Therefore, Socrates is mortal. But anyway, I'm sure you have something more complicated than that. I just kind of forgot what syllogism was after all these decades, basically. It's been a long time. All this philosophizing. I just wanted to remember what syllogism was. I was taking a selfish moment there because I go, oh, wait, yeah, that's a word I haven't heard in a long time. Anyway, Vegan Metalhead, I really enjoy my shirt I got for you. Which ones? I know, don't you have more than one? I saw you showed me that photo of you wearing the woke narcissist of compassion, which I need to get myself one. Let's see, what else did you say? I was eating at 4th and State in Columbus, Ohio, and my picture on Facebook. Hey, I want to mention, I invited this one person to come to the live stream to tell me more. I don't know if they were an anti-vegan or not, but they were complaining about how our t-shirts are so expensive. For one, we shouldn't charge $25 or $26 for a t-shirt. And secondly, we should like donate the proceeds to a vegan charity of something, which is a great idea, but I'm not sure why it's unfair to charge. That's what they cost on Teespring. That's what t-shirts cost. I mean, if you go to most stores, you buy a decent t-shirt. They're $25, $35. Go to a surf shop. T-shirts are in that price range. Go to a concert, they're $50. I mean, I think $25, $26 is a competitively fair price. And we don't really set the price exactly because, we have them made now on Teespring. So, it's only so low you can go before you're actually not making any money, and only Teespring is making a profit. So I wasn't sure that vegans had to have discount t-shirts or something like that. Anyway, let's see, John made a syllogism attempt. Let's see, all Ryans are vegan. Therefore, all vegans are woke narcissists of compassion. Well, you need to have two premises. You just have one premise there before you get to the conclusion, before you got to your conclusion. Tony, no, really, I don't want to disrupt. I understand the need to get away, to have a break from all the pathetic anti-vegans. Well, that's cool. I mean, so if you want to just give me the shape of your idea, you said you want to use the form of syllogism. That's cool. That doesn't really say much. If you want to give us a little bit more of the shape of the idea, I'm sure you can do that, Tony, without disrupting us tonight. If you're coming here not as an anti-vegan, trying to disrupt our peaceful live stream, go for it. I'm actually quite curious to see the shape of your idea. Beyond that, it's a syllogism. Foo man, you got a dirty mind there. No, it has nothing to do with porn. We need to get Ryan an animal sanctuary in the wilds of California, Bob. No, I already have a friend that has that at Sail Ranch Sanctuary, and there's no way I could do that. I don't know how Jen does it. Wait, is that her name? I forgot all of a sudden. I don't know how she does it. It's so such an endeavor, so hard. They had to evacuate all the animals last year during the wildfire. Sounds like a complete nightmare. Man, no, I don't want to run an animal sanctuary in the wild lands of California here. No, I appreciate people that do, but that's beyond what I'm capable of doing. I mean, if that's what I did, that's all I'd be able to do. You'd never see me making live streams or responding to anti-vegans ever again. I would just be, like feeding animals and shoveling poop and taking animals to the vets all the time. There's a good one, Uncle. I like that. Yeah, this is great. All dogs are mammals. Cats are mammals. Therefore, dogs are cats. Yeah, there you go. I like that kind of thinking there. Yeah, Sarah. I don't think people fully appreciate how much work sanctuaries are, animal sanctuaries. Thank you for sharing that, Sarah. Yeah, in case you didn't know, guys, imagine how much work an animal sanctuary is in your mind, and then multiply that by about 10 or 100. It's way more than you think it is. It's crazy hard work, and it's just that's your whole life, and that's great. Some people want to do that, and heavens bless them. That's totally a beautiful, awesome thing to do. I just don't have it in me. I'm getting old too, I'm 56. I don't know. They say I could do it now. How many more years could I do it? I probably wouldn't be able to do it when I'm 66. Oh, Sarah, you volunteer at Miyoko Sanctuary. It's quite the operation. Wow, where is that at, Sarah? Where's Miyoko's at? Her sanctuary. Is it the Miyoko, right? The one of Miyoko cheese fame. Syllogisms are fun, says Veggie Jim. V Lamb likes fun. Therefore, V Lamb likes syllogisms. There you go. That sounds like a valid argument as opposed to uncles. Let me look at it one more time. Syllogisms are fun. V likes fun. Let's see. I have to think about it more. On first read, it sounds like a valid argument, but I have to think it through. It actually could be an invalid argument, but on the surface of it, immediately just sounds fine. But I could see there's a potential problem, and I'm a little too mentally shot right now from basketball to really weigh it out. Just like, I can't play chess right now. I like to play chess, but I know if I go and play chess, I'll get my butt whooped because I'm not in the mood to think hard. I want to take the easiest path out and not have to think too hard right now. Yeah, Kimbler, everyone, if you can, visit a local sanctuary. If you can, volunteer. They need them all the time. So whatever you can do. Wild Chris, nacho cheese, loaded baked potatoes. Oh man, we need some kind of Star Trek food teleporter machine, and I need one here, and I need another one on your end, and we need to put the potato nachos in there. Okay, it's close to Fairfax in Marin County. Okay. Oh, I didn't see what you said, Sarah. Did you tell me earlier, like what part of Marin you're from? I forgot. I must have missed that. Maybe that's when one of those trolls and races came. But if you don't mind telling me what part of Marin, I'm just kind of curious. And you don't have to. You want to keep your privacy. Totally, totally cool. I totally get it. No problem. What's for dinner tonight, Drew? I don't know. Oh, you're from Fairfax. Oh, that's kind of known for being one of the more kind of like laid back, groovy, I don't want to say hippie, but you know what I'm saying, compared to like say like Tiburon or something like that, right? Which I'm not knocking any of these places. I mean, I'd live in any part of Marin for the most part. That sounds amazing. Fairfax. Yeah, I spent some time in actually San Rafael. One of my friends often got to house sit for someone's house in San Rafael, so I'd come up often. I knew the person too, who she was. I knew him a little bit. I wasn't like my buddy or anything like that, but he knew who I was. I wasn't just like freeloaded or anything like that. I spent some nice quality time there, and I always have, it's always a great time. I have very awesome memories of my days in San Rafael. I loved how, too, if you're feeling in the mood, you can do whatever you want. Get in the car, 20 minutes, you're going over the Golden Gate Bridge, and you're having a beautiful, like, Thai dinner in the inner Richmond or outer Richmond district, you know, in the city. Next day, we go canoeing down the Russian River, and, you know, there's so much nature out there. It's a beautiful place. It's, you know, anyway, so figures, Fairfax, awesome. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually made it all the way into Fairfax before. Chess boxing. Nope, I've not heard of that, John. But yeah, chess basketball, maybe. Bob wants to know the best vegan ice cream. There's so many, Bob. It's subjective. I mean, what's the best one? I mean, I have my favorites, of course. I just had an awesome one at Salt and Straw. It's like a small boutique chain. Unfortunately, there's one in downtown Disney, and they just started letting us back in, us people with the cheap Southern California residence pass. So yeah, we got a half pint in the fridge right now. It's delish. But as far as something most every person can find, it's hard to beat the plant-based or the, whatever they call it, the vegan, what's that called? Ben & Jerry's, Cherry Garcia, or fish food. Those are hippie favorites of mine from the 90s. I can eat them now. They taste the same. When I eat them, it's like, it's pretty close. No, it tastes the freaking same as far as I remember. So those are some of my faves. Sarah says, rent is beautiful, but I know it's not that cheap. But actually, I was looking on Zillow recently, and I was surprised. Like, you know, there's some places in San Rafael that are like under $1 million. You know, like not much more than what I was looking at in like Kona, Hawaii. So I don't know. I'm just saying, and if you can buy a $20 million house in dollar house in Tiburon, or a $10 million one in San Rafael too. Anyway, even it seems like almost most places, if you in an expensive area, if you look around, there's a price range. There's like a median price, but median means middle, so half are below and half are above. But anyway, you going, Foo? Awesome, Foo. I'm glad you're here tonight. Hope you're feeling good, Foo. Always a pleasure. George, when you buy ice cream, it doesn't survive the night. And think about it, me and Angie share, so we have to like use a lot of restraint to not eat the whole freaking thing, huh? Yes, Jana, please tell your genie friend to bring me a food replicator from Star Trek. I would love that, and have it be connected to the internet so that you guys could send me your dinners. No, Sarah, take a look. Take a look right now on Zillow, and near like downtown San Rafael. There's maybe 4 or 5, and in Novato, you know where that is, a little bit north of there, there's even more there. So yeah, it's kind of rare, but again, it's like, it's about the median. You got to look on and some of these are kind of nice too. You know, they're not all that bad. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I was shocked. I was surprised. I just kind of learned about this not that long ago. I was just randomly surfing Zillow. Uncle's saying about vegan ice cream, Ben & Jerry's has a vegan ice cream flavor called Netflix and Chill. I don't think I ever had that one before. Yeah, no cholesterol. That's awesome. Really? 9 gram. Yeah, there's no dietary cholesterol. But almost, yeah, they pretty much all vegan ice creams are naughty in that they have some kind of high saturated fat, usually some kind of coconut cream or milk or something like that raises that. So that's why I don't eat vegan ice cream all that much. Because of that, because that's the one thing my health, my doctor, I met with a cardiologist because of my blood test. I did this proactively. I didn't have to go to one. I did it, paid out of my own pocket, went out of network. Anyway, I want to make sure that I live a long time, and as a vegan. And one thing I want to make sure I minimize is high saturated fat foods. So that's why I don't eat too much vegan ice cream. Yeah, AJ, highs and prices are through the roof right now for sure, but it's nice to see. I saw that I was talking to Sarah there about that area. I was watching a YouTube video of a realtor in Marin. She said prices dropped 10% year over, so that's the good direction. I like that. Anyway, Novato doesn't really count. Yeah, tell me more about Novato. I was reading about it on Reddit. It's kind of like it's kind of like I kind of saw what you're saying. Anyway, Bob, you're really determined to be 6'2" and 160 pounds. If that's your thing, that has nothing to do with being vegan. Vegan has nothing to do with meeting a certain a weight, like a prize fighter or a heavyweight fighter trying to drop a class or something like that. If that's your thing, totally cool. Wow, never heard of that one before, VLAM. I'll keep my eyes open. Yeah, weekly reminder from VLAM to tell Bob to go vegan. Yeah, Carl, we didn't hear anything about Tony. He came here and said he had some kind of argument based on a syllogism against veganism, but I just wanted to hear more than that was based on a syllogism. It doesn't really tell me too much. We can hope, George, huh? Oh, you lived there when you were 8, Sarah. You lived in Novato when you were 8. Yeah, it didn't look as cool or fun as like Southern Marin, like say just like San Rafael. And from what I read too, it's about maybe 8 to 10 degrees warmer there in the summer, I guess, because you don't get the cooler breeze from the bay. Yeah, I remember when I stayed in San Rafael, I loved the weather. Came from a hot Southern California, get up there, go, this is paradise, and like this is like July or August. Veggie Jim still thinks that Bob's hate his height and weight, not his hate, the height and weight that he's trying to achieve is, what do you think? I still think that weight and height is wild, but there are likely those who would say the same thing of your goals. Yeah, don't let us stop you. Exactly. It depends on what your goals are. That's what it's all about, what your goals are. And I've achieved my ideal body weight right now for what I'm doing. Yeah, when I was a runner, yeah, maybe 15 pounds less was a bit more ideal. But right now, I love my body weight. I don't want it to really change. I don't want to get any heavier or lighter. Yeah, I want to keep my strength that I have right now, but I don't want to put in so much strength that I'm slower. I don't want to be slow down. I'm happy. Isn't it weird? Most people, this is true, guys, especially ones who are trying to get jacked and pumped. Aren't most guys like chronically, and ladies too, right? Are most people like almost chronically dissatisfied with their physique and their weight and stuff like that? I'm really happy right now. I don't want this. I'm satisfied. I'm really happy, and I don't want my weight to go up or down, and lose anything. I don't want to lose strength. I don't want to lose speed. I think I've achieved a great sweet spot right now. So yeah, I have a healthy body image. Isn't that rare to hear on social media? And I'm not promoting some kind of unhealthy body image too. Anyway. Let's see. Here, let me hear what Sarah's saying here about Marin County. San Rafael is more city-like. Fairfax was hippie. That's kind of the word on the street. Fairfax more hippie-like. But now, yeah, it's expensive there. Yeah, Fairfax was the last holdout, but you still need a lot of cash there. Yeah. That's where Sarah grew up. Sarah grew up in a very nice, perfect kind of, in my mind, a perfect weather, a nice balance between civilization and nature. I enjoyed my time out there. Carl, you're 100% happy with your weight too. Awesome. Cool. I'm glad we have some people out here, in addition to myself, that, it's so cool because so many people have so many like weird ideas about their height and weight, and they're dissatisfied chronically. It's like, hey, I mean, if you got what you want, be happy, appreciate it. And, and that's why I'm just trying to maintain what I got. Wouldn't mind putting on a little more strength, but I don't want to get much heavier. Let's see. Kimberly, you feel like all the good reviews of what are sponsored? But yeah, I feel that way too when I read online reviews of stuff. Jim, yeah, if you said you weigh what, one? Yeah, if you weigh less, Jim, yeah, for sure, you'll be faster if that's what you're training for. Yeah, assuming you don't lose much, if any, strength. Yeah, if you're just carrying less mass and all other things being equal, yeah, you'll be faster, and you can carry it longer for quicker too, because your body won't overheat. It takes more energy to use to run faster longer with extra weight. You have the springy spryness feeling at the weight. At that weight, you find you're currently 167 and 95% happy with it. You'd say, yeah, be satisfied with that. Sometimes to get that extra 5-ish% you're talking about there, to get this ideal thing, it's an extra like like 1,000,000% of work and effort, it might not be worth it in the end. Unless you're a professional and your career and livelihood depends on it, it might not be worth it, you know. Hey, Courtney, you're just entering. I had your levels checked and had some low issues. Vitamin D specifically was 11. What would I do? I would talk to my doctor or health professional about that, because I'm not a medical doctor or anything like that. So I don't want to give you anything that would be construed as health or I'm sorry, medical advice or something like that. But without being a health professional or anything like that, a supplement, take some kind of vitamin D supplement. I was wondering if you had a doctor go over your levels with you, because typically what happens is they'll right then and there, when they go through your labs and they see you're low in vitamin D, they'll just write you a vitamin D prescription. And you don't need a prescription for vitamin D. Maybe they'll give you a more hardcore one so you can get your levels up quicker. I'll tell you something that did work for me quickly. I'm not sponsored. I got this for free to try it out. And I remember before a blood test, it was in the winter time. I didn't have a lot of sun exposure. I took do they still make it? Oh, I don't think they have it anymore. I took best selling. Let me see if they have everything here alphabetically. Oh, they did make Clean Machine did make a vitamin D product. I don't see it anymore. So I took maybe half the little jar of it. You know, not on one day, but one a day. And I remember, man, my vitamin D levels were quite fine. But right now I take, let me show you what I have. Not sponsored or anything like that. Here's the definition of veganism. We haven't had to look at that tonight, guys. That's a win. An hour and a half in, we haven't had to look at the definition yet. But here, I want to show you their vegan multivitamins. They're from England, so they're really cheap, but they're shipping. So where is all their supplements here? So what I did, and what I need to do again, because we're starting to get a little low, is order more than one, because the shipping for a second bottle is really nothing. I think it's the same price, so it kind of averages out the cost to be lower. But this vitamin of theirs, I think I get this one, the 180 tablet, and it has, let's look what's in it. Here we go. It's got vitamin D. So there's one way to get it. And maybe for your case, since you have a deficiency as diagnosed through a blood lab, is you probably want to take just in addition to multivitamin, get a vitamin D specific. It's all it is this vitamin D. I would suggest something like that. But anyway, let me put the link to this product. But I wouldn't have, if it were me, I wouldn't have this be my only one, my only vitamin. I would take again, I'm not a medical doctor, but I would take a specific vitamin D supplement in addition to a multivitamin. So I put the link down there to the Vegan Society's website. If you have to be in England, then the shipping's super cheap. But yeah, if you're out here, just order two, and it's really they're so affordable that it's really, the shipping isn't that bad. Yeah, VLAN. People are indoors all day, and a lot of people live at latitudes higher than, like, say, 35 degrees north or south, and it's hard to get vitamin D in the non-summer months. So yeah, most people should take a vitamin D sub, vegan or not, unless you happen to live near the equator and you're walking around with tons of skin exposed often year-round. Yeah, you might be a little low in vitamin D. If you have a regular job, work in an office, take care of your family, what have you, and you're not out in the sun all that much, yeah, you probably need a supplement, especially if you don't live in the tropics. Yeah, Sarah's absolutely right. And you don't want to play around with the sun. Yeah, she's had some funky moles carved off. I have a sunspot, right here. See that thing? Anyway, I've been putting sunscreen on my face pretty much daily, especially when I go outside. I don't put it on if I know I'm going to be in the house all day. But even if I'm going driving, there's reflected sunlight. Just because, I think my skin looks better now. I've been doing this now for about a year. And if I look at like videos of mine from like 2018, 19 and stuff, like the end of my running days, I go, wow, my skin looks kind of thrashed then. I think my skin looks better at 56 than I did at 52 or 3 or 1 or something like that. So anyway, yeah, it helps. It has a youthful thing going on, having your skin just kind of like just be protected from the sun. Robert Bird, is there someone trying to argue otherwise, Robert Bird? I like what you said. There is no argument against veganism that will hold up. I have yet to see it too, Robert. Let me know if there's someone trying to do an argument against veganism. Just kind of curious. Funky Moles is a great band name, Drew. I can't deny that. Absolutely. Hey, Courtney, thank you so much for your super chat tip there. I'm with you, Sarah. The premature aging thing is like one of the big pluses. I love my little moisturizer UV protection thing. It moisturizes your skin, which is a good thing, especially if you live in a desert, which Southern California is. This is a desert environment here. And it gives me 30 SPF UV. It's waterproof. If I go surfing, I'll use a more hardcore one and like spray my arms and stuff too, because I often surf with a vest that has my arms out to give them protection. But yeah. AJ, awesome for the Bob the Vegan fun. Awesome. Thanks so much for the super chat tip there, AJ. I actually might take it tonight to Panda Express. I'm feeling like I want them noodles and the chow mein and that tofu eggplant thing that ours has, that dish there. But yeah, that's the Bob the Vegan fun for converting Bob to a vegan or at least a plant-based diet. It doesn't have to be vegan, but yeah, have him try eating a sensible, balanced, plant-based or vegan diet for a few weeks and see how he's doing. But I will tell you, Bob, if you are trying to eat a balanced, sensible diet and you're under eating, like say maybe you do need more than what you're striving for, 1,700 calories. To me, that sounds tough. I have never done that. I'm 6'4.5". I have never striven for under 2,000 calories, so that could be a little tough. So I'm saying if you are uncomfortable, not feeling great, eating a completely plant-based diet of 1,700 calories, you might want to reconsider if it's the vegan part of it or the 1,700 calories part of it, which seems to me a great deal less than what you should have to be feeling good. Produce on pills. Do I have cheesecake near me? Like Cheesecake Factory or a vegan cheesecake? Why do you ask? I don't think so. Yeah, Hutchie, 2,000 calories as a snack, and Bob's talking about 1,700 at 6'2", 1,700 calories. Cheesecake Factory. I don't think I do. I really don't go to them. Why do you ask so? Do they have something cool there? Let me know. Yeah, I do agree, Kimberly, that Bob would need a few more calories. It's Sarah, who is 5'11", eats probably 3,000 calories. I'm guessing I eat 3,000 minimum as well, and I'm pretty physically active, so if Bob is doing some kind of physical activity and eating a mere 1,700 calories at 6'2", I would say, Bob, there's a good chance that's not going to work. Yeah, I'm just saying, especially if you ever try to eat it plant-based. I'm just telling you right now, I would not recommend that, and I don't know too many vegans I know that would recommend that. You see, most people here, the vast majority of the people in the chat are on my side on this one. Not to say I'm taking sides, I'm saying they're in agreement with what I'm saying. Most people are skeptical and actually concerned that 6'2", 1,700 calories, and if you have any kind of physical activity, it doesn't sound like a recipe for slam dunk vegan success, is what we're saying. John Stevens says, I joined a vegan versus meat eater Facebook group. Really? There's such a thing? Are you serious? Nothing but fallacies from the anti-vegans, even claiming that all vegans know how to do is appeal to futility. Well, I mean, if that's how sometimes that's the appropriate response. The appropriate time to say, hey, you're using the appeal to futility fallacy or nirvana fallacy is when these anti-vegans that you're talking about, John, have defined veganism in such a way that no human on this planet could ever do it, because they defined it in such a strict way. You can't use tires because there might be an animal product. You can't shop at a market because there's some animal products there. You can't drive a car because you might squash a bug. You can't eat a plant because a rodent might get harmed and harm. I mean, see, they're defining vegan in such a way that no one could ever be vegan. But we all know that there is a long, well-established definition of veganism, and it has been around since the 1940s. humans not exploiting animals. And I don't understand why anti-vegans feel it's their God-given right to redefine something they don't know about. It's had a definition for 70 years from vegans. Why do anti-vegans all of a sudden have the right to redefine it, and in such a way that no one could ever be vegan? So that's why vegans will often say, hey, that's a fallacy. You've just defined veganism in a way that's it's impossible. And no vegan has that definition. It's just weird how anti-vegans have these strict, extreme definitions of veganism, but no vegan I know has. I don't count calories either. I see your guys' discussion about that. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing. I eat at least 3,000 calories a day. What's that, Samuel? The meat and dairy industry, just like politicians, point the finger at others so they can look legitimate and ridiculous. Yeah, yep, that's a good point there. Yeah, Bob, if you fail, you can blame the diet. But yeah, don't blame the vegan diet. Blame eating 1,700 calories against all our concerns and everything we've been saying here, Bob. That's all we're saying here. None of us like that idea at all. None of us. And we're pretty much all of us here are experienced vegans. We do this a while. We see that, what you're saying there. 1,700 calories, 6'2". We go, no. We've seen too many people try that for extended periods of time, vegans, and all of a sudden you see this YouTube video pop up. Why I'm no longer vegan. That's what I'm saying. They're usually doing some kind of under eating, either through a raw vegan diet, not doing it right. You can do it right, but it's not the most common thing to see done, where people do it well. Yeah, some people do it well for a long time, but that's not the norm. It's more the exception. I would say, I'm making a guess here, more than half the people are not successful at raw diets over say 4 or 5 years. I have no statistics for that, just my guess. Yeah, raw is by definition intentionally restricted. I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just by definition. You're restricting cooked foods, all cooked plants. And I believe veganism shouldn't be... people perceive it, anti-vegans and lay people, non-vegans might perceive veganism being restrictive. It's not. We just eat all the plants that we can. But yeah, if you're raw, you're intentionally excluding a whole ton, the vast majority of plants. But yeah, I'm not saying raw is bad. I ate fully raw this morning for my breakfast, my big smoothie when I came back from the gym, fully raw. Christina would have been proud. No, I don't think she likes those kind of smoothies like mine, does she? I don't know. Anyway. Sarah, you do most of your eating between 2 and 5. Kind of like is that sort of kind of like an intermittent fasting, but not quite, just the bulk of your eatings in that time, but you don't make it strictly only within those hours. I just eat when I'm hungry. That ends up being like 3 or 4 times a day. Oh, you misphrased something there, Samuel. It made sense the way you said it, though. At least it made sense to me. And who am I to talk? I tell you, I played too much basketball today, so I'm kind of chill. Ooh, that sounds good, Heidi. Boston Veg Fest, a bakery that makes vegan cheesecake. That sounds cool. Omar, let's not talk about the person that I banned there that you're mentioning, who also has a YouTube channel. Let's not go down that road. I don't want this to turn into some kind of like a bitch fest or something like that gets used against me in the future or something like that. Let's just not go down that road, please, guys. Brian Johnson? Who's Brian Johnson? He eats from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. That sounds like an intermittent fasting thing. That's really common, right? Where intermittent fasting people have like a window. It could be an hour, or it could be 4 or 5 hours or something like that. Me, I make no restrictions like that. I mean, obviously I don't eat when I'm going to bed. I'm sleeping all night and then I wake up, and I typically don't eat unless for some strange reason, which is pretty rare. I didn't eat great the day before. Maybe I was busy or out and didn't eat normally or whatever. But yeah, 98% of the time I have no food when I get up and I do my exercise. Like today, I went to the gym and played basketball for 3 hours. And then I finally came home and had breakfast at about 2:30 or something like that, Anyway, Bob Hill, is that the guy that he got on the news a few months ago for spending like $1 million on his body to reverse some years or something like that? Whatevs, whatever. That's cool. Yeah, okay, $2 million a year on supplements and treatments. I don't know. I didn't think he looked that much better than me, to be honest with you. And isn't he only like 45 or something like that, or 40? I don't know. I'm 56. I mean, he looks fine. He looks good. I'm not saying he looks bad, but I don't think he looked $2 million better than me. And I'm like 10 years older than. I'm not saying this in a conceited way. I'm just saying this as truthful and objective. I thought, again, he looks fine and great, but I don't think he looked $2 million better than me. Yeah, I thought he's plant-based or really close to that or something, close to being plant-based. A little bit I learned about him. Uncle, I have Apple TV. You know, the little box, little black box thingy. I have two of them. One in the living room and one in the bedroom. It's an older one. I didn't buy a second one. Just it got, inherited to the other TV, sort of. But that's our connection to that's our TV's connection to the world. Seriously, I never play normal TV channels on my TV. Everything comes through the Apple TV. Everything. Why do you ask, Uncle? Let's see, Courtney, do I have a Facebook group or other platform where we all talk together? Like me and Angie, me and Angie together, we do channel member only live streams. All the people with the green names and those little stars next to them, those are our channel members. And we around once a month or so we do a live stream that's only for them. She prefers it that way. She has the right to not want to interface with haters. Like on a live stream like this, at any moment, at any second, any random or not random troll or hater or anti-vegan can come and say really mean, hateful things, and it's her right to not want to put herself in a situation like that. So yeah, we do live streams together, her and I, and once we'll also do one just on our own, but that's for channel members only. But that way we know it's all gonna be good. You guys are cool. As far as what I do here, this is where I do it. Yeah, I don't do any live streams on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. This is what I like doing, YouTube live streams. Let's see. I don't use Discord either. Yeah, it seems too nerdy or geeky for me. I don't like the interface. Not saying the people, I don't like the software all that much. But it seems like a powerful platform, but it's just not my thing. Hey, Dinah Bananas, good to see you. And Robert Bird, yeah, talking about Bob Hill, yeah, 1,700 calories for a 6'2" man on any diet, vegan or not, would suck. And probably would not end well. Courtney, first live stream you caught. Awesome. Well, we do this every Friday. I started about an hour and 40 minutes ago, but write that time down, 6 p.m. Pacific. So whatever time it is now, subtract an hour and 40 minutes, and this is when I do it. So come back every Friday. This is our crew here. Uncle, it's just still called Twitter for now. I mean, I just went to twitter.com today. It's not just forwards to x.com or something. AJ, who wants to get Ryan's Discord more active? I don't. I would, but I don't really understand the software. Like I said, it's really not user-friendly software. I mean, it is. Millions of people use Discord, but I just think, it's kind of biased towards a more nerdy type. And I say that with respect. I'm a geek, I'm a tech geek. I just don't really love the interface all that much. I don't feel great using it. I don't feel, I'm on Discord. I'm in my wheelhouse right now. Anyway, wow, Omar, you want to run 100 miles when you're 50? Wow, that'd be awesome. It's doable. Yeah, I've seen ultra marathoners out there, ultra athletes that do that, no problem. You should be able to do that as long as you're healthy, your body's not breaking down or anything. They say you don't have no injuries or something like that. Yeah, it's designed for gamers and stuff. Yeah, I think that's its primary demo, huh? Ooh, Dana Benaz just gifted 5 healthy vegan memberships. Thanks, Dana. Let's see who's getting them right now. So Jana got one. Chris got one. Norman, I haven't seen Norman talk all day. Are you here, Norman? You're a member now. Hopefully you're not anti-vegan. Just let me know who you are, Norman. And Joseph. Wait, do I remember Joseph from tonight? So thanks. That's very nice and generous of you, Diana. So I'll tell Angie that you did that, and I'll try to motivate her that we should do a members-only live stream soon. Norman, so you are vegan, Norman? Awesome, cool. Because I was getting a little concerned if we get someone gifted a live. I'm sorry. What just happened here? Someone got gifted a membership and they hate us or something like that. Hasn't happened yet. And Uncle's become a member. Yay, Uncle! Awesome, Uncle. So you can come to our next members-only live stream, Uncle. I forget that you're not a member only. You are a moderator. I wish there was a way I could make you a member automatically, Uncle, but I don't see any way to do that. In case you ever wondered, it seems like you actually have to sign up to become a member, or have it gifted to you. So thank you, Dana. Thank you so much for giving it forward. That is really cool and awesome and generous of you. What's up, VLAM? You like the Facebook group idea? I can make it private as a YouTube membership perk. Ooh, that is interesting. Huh, let me see. Let me think about that. I'm trying to see how that would work out, because the only problem with that is we'd either have to take our current happy healthy vegan Facebook and make it private, or Angie would have to create a whole nother page and manage that as well, which is more work. We'll see. I'll think it through and see what kind of ideas I come up with. Yeah, Sarah, whenever you gift your memberships, remember Angie gets selected. She hasn't been on for a bit, so you're probably would be safe right now. But yeah, that is always ironic when Angie gets gifted a membership. She can't help it. The algorithm must like gifting her memberships or something. Omar, you already ran more than 1,000 miles. Oh, total, cumulatively, you're talking since the start of the year. Yeah, I remember, on Strava, I used to keep track of my miles on there. I can't remember anymore what an average year was like. It's been so long. I guess I can go look at the records. I know they're always changing Strava. Hopefully I can still see my past entries. What's that, Courtney? Are you talking about Discord? There's too many people who are rude on there. I feel like you would have to be accepting of everyone at every stage of their journey, and that was not the vibe you got there. Huh. Are you talking about Discord? I guess it depends whose Discord you're on, too. Everyone's got their own rules or culture, I should say. Oh, okay, Norman. Yeah, I'm vegan. I've been watching us for years, but do not chat. Totally, perfectly fine. Not everyone feels up to it to chat. Some people just like to observe. I mean, I watch other channels live streams and stuff too, and I rarely comment, so I know what it's like to kind of lurk and just enjoy the content. Totally cool, totally valid. You have every right to do that. Oh, cool. Thanks, Chris. Since we can't teleport the food, I'll take that super chat tip and contribute it to what's most likely going to turn into a Panda Express fun tonight. So thanks so much. Yeah, welcome, Norman. As AJ says, welcome to the fold here. And he's been here for a while, but yeah, welcome to saying something to us, Norman. It's cool to know that there's people that are watching and regularly, I assume, and I have no idea who they are until they say something. So that blows my mind. It's like under the surface, there's way more happening. That's totally cool. Wow, Omar, that's an interesting statistic and comparison there. Okay, Diana's, yes, I have a private Facebook page for vegan healthy recipes. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Ah, I see what you're saying. Maybe it could be a different kind of content. Instead of paralleling what we already have on our happy healthy vegan Facebook page, it could be specific thing, like recipe oriented or something like that. I'll mention that to Angie. That's a good idea, guys. I'm glad we're getting some good ideas here. 15 months in or something, we've been doing this now, the channel membership thing. So that's a good, I'll pass out on to. Yeah, make it a new kind of content. And one, she shouldn't have to feel any necessary pressure to constantly update it. Just once in a while, a new recipe, put it up there. Yeah, Dr. Bear, I'm sorry, yeah. We are lucky that we have the eggplant tofu here, because when I go visit my mom's, at her Panda Express in her town, I don't want to say where it's at, they don't have the tofu eggplants. I was all pissed off, you know. So yeah, we do have it at ours here. You were recently in Seattle, and there wasn't even a Panda Express with eggplant tofu there. I don't know how they decide which Panda Expresses will have the eggplant tofu. I'm just blessed and have gratitude that they have it. I guess wherever I move in the future, I got to call up the Panda Express or look online and see if I can order the eggplant tofu. It could be a deal breaker, maybe. No, just kidding. Hey, Sarah, thanks for the super chat tip there. Woke narcissists of compassion unite. Yes, I got to get that shirt. Maybe I'll get that. I was going to say for my birthday. No, my birthday just happened. Maybe I'll have Angie get it for me for Christmas. Maybe I'll get it before then. But yeah, I really want to get that woke narcissist of compassion. When I saw Vegan Metalhead wearing his, ooh, is my shirt getting ripped here? Ooh, this shirt's getting ripped, huh? Oh, guess what happens when you wear the same clothes for 8 years or whatever. Anyway, I got to get the woke narcissist shirt because I think it's cool. I mean, yeah, Jordan Peterson said it. I never would have come up with that. Usually his ramblings are a bunch of random word salad, but that one was amazing. So thank you, Jordan Peterson, for woke narcissist of compassion. You know, we made a shirt of that. Allison, yeah, eggplant can be prepared in so many ways, and I'm not a huge eggplant fan as well, Allison. I agree. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna go order eggplant, but that tofu eggplant they have at Panda Express, they have some really just nice sauce, some kind of weird tasty Asian brown sauce, a little spicy but not much. It's delicious. They have it on the tofu and eggplant, and the eggplant's great in there. But yeah, I agree with you. Eggplant's usually not like my go-to food I order at a restaurant. Yeah, John, ripped vegan t-shirt, veganism debunked. If this shirt was not expressing a vegan message, this rip would not be here, huh? Veganism debunked. Even the shirts are deficient. George, you had a bunch of eggplant tonight. Awesome. Sarah, you can't stand an eggplant. Well, I'm kind of curious for those of you who are not eggplant fans, if you were to somehow find a Panda Express that had the tofu eggplant dish, what your thoughts would be. I'm actually thinking you would probably like it, is my guess. That's my hunch. I would like to see one of you guys take me up on it sometime. But yeah, VLAM raises a good point. Eggplants done right is the bomb. But yeah, typically though, if someone's serving up eggplant at a party, I'm not going to eat it, probably, you know? Yeah, it's an Asian thing. I think Asians, if I may say so, being Asian and VLAM as well, we're conceited about our culture's ability to make eggplant taste good, and we're right. Yeah, Asian eggplant is a good thing. Yeah, maybe like European eggplant, not as good, you know. Oh, Peter, I did think of Rick Rubin when I mentioned brown sauce, the brown sauce on the eggplant. But I'm sure what he was eating at Real Food Daily in LA, Rick Rubin, he was talking about the brown sauce on his tofu or whatever. Yeah, it wasn't an Asian spicy one like the one on that the Panda Express has. And he said it'll make him fat too. Yeah, I said, yeah, I got fat because I was eating tofu with brown sauce. Like, yeah, sometimes Angie will make that. We'll call it the Rick Rubin special, you know, when she makes it. Anyway, yeah, it has to be made right, Allison. Yeah, eggplant. Oh, Carl makes a good point. Yeah, Asian eggplant might even be the same kind of eggplant. It's a different kind. It doesn't get as mushy. And VLAM is biased. Yeah, I am biased a little bit too. I'm proud of our culture's ability to make eggplant tasty. Yeah, and John, it's completely vegan. Despite the name, it's not made from eggs or anything. I don't know how it got that name. Under VLAM, do you know Chinese? Do you know if in Chinese the name has anything to do with eggs? You know, it probably doesn't, right? Chinese have its own name, and the Europeans learned it later. I don't know. Europeans, for some reason, want to get egg in it somehow. Yeah, okra is kind of like that too, Uncle. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of okra. Not too many people are, but Angie sometimes make this gumbo dish, kind of like the gumbo at Disneyland, but she puts okra in it, and she can make the okra taste pretty neat in that dish. But yeah, usually okra is kind of a no-go for me as well. Do I leave the skin on the eggplant? You're gonna have to ask Angie that one. I don't know. I think so. Panda Express, I'm pretty sure I see the skin on it. What's that, Peter? Today, an anti-vegan told you on Facebook that if I don't eat animals, they're gonna eat 3 forever. What? They don't. They're just saying that crap. They're not gonna actually increase their eating behavior more than that. They're just being stupid. Ask them, why are you even telling me this? Are you just intentionally trying to be an a-hole? Because that's all I'm saying. I just say, I know you're not going to change your behavior, your eating behavior. You're just saying this to be a complete a-hole to try to annoy me, but I'm just laughing at you for being so stupid. So tell them that. Tell them that, Peter. I hate it when people try to say things like that to try to trigger vegans. Like, why? Why do they think that's going to, like, trigger us? They're just sounding totally stupid. I see a lot of hate for okra too. Yeah, I tell you, I'm not a big okra fan, but yeah, it can be made to taste all right in certain circumstances. And Mark points out a good point. Hey, Mark, I haven't seen you all night. Eggplant shredded with the right spices is great taco main dish. Huh? Wow. Well, I don't know about that. That sounds right. I wouldn't doubt that. Sarah, I haven't had enough okra to hate it or love it. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, most of us don't eat okra all that much. I really don't. The only time I eat it is when Angie makes that gumbo dish. Meaning, if I saw okra on the menu at a restaurant, I probably wouldn't order it. In fact, I know I wouldn't. Yeah, I would order tofu over that anytime, huh? Lima beans? That's the only food you like? How are lima beans? I can't remember what lima beans taste like right now. Huh. I'm having trouble recalling the taste. I used to not like all beans. Like, I may have told the story many times. Like, my mom's side of the family comes from Arkansas, the South, southern United States. And black-eyed peas are a southern thing. And when New Year's happens, my mom would put them on our plate and say, eat them, they're good luck. And I hated them. I love them now. And now Angie and I will make we'll do that every New Year's Eve and make black-eyed peas. It's weird how my tastes have expanded since becoming more plant-based and eventually vegan. Plants, I didn't like too many plants when I was younger. Now I love so many plants. Yeah, so Jana responding back to Peter with that anti-vegan thing. I'm going to eat more meat now because you're vegan. Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. They have no way of knowing how much animal flesh you would have eaten otherwise. That's just a stupid, silly, he didn't say stupid, it was silly and anti-vegan. Am I drinking spring water? No, I'm drinking water that I filtered with my water filtering machine. 5 stages of filtration. Actually 4 stages of filtration, including reverse osmosis, and the last stage is a finishing stage. No real filtering, but it's a alkalizing thing. And I'm not doing it for woo-woo. I just got this around July. I got a new system. I replaced my old one that I had since like 2010 or 11. It was just it's ran its course. I had to get a new one. But when I got my new system, it didn't have an alkalizing stage, and I noticed I didn't like the way the water was. Something seemed off. So fortunately, I have a system that it's kind of modular. I can expand and add to it. So I added an alkalizing stage, and the taste is right on. It's right where I like it. So I have no idea if it affects my pH or anything like that. I just do it for the taste. So 4 stages of filtration and alkalize. Last stage for the polishing. Oh, Peter, now we were far away from the flooding. As I was concerned for, I made some social media posts telling my friends in SoCal, hey, if you live in the deserts or the mountains, be careful, but yeah, as the weather forecasters said, yeah, we're probably gonna be fine. It was just like the Hurricane Hillary here in our area was like a big winter storm, but in August, but the same kind of rainfall amounts, the intensity and duration of the heavy rainfalls. we've seen it all exact, and the winds, it was nothing different than I've ever seen before, like from the winter storms. This happened in August. But what happened in the deserts and the mountains was some incredible rainfall. In fact, the mountains, when you get that kind of precipitation, a lot will come down as snow, but not in August. It's just, they got way more water than a winter storm would have had. Yeah, Dr. Bear, I purposely got my 4-stage water system. I thought I was going to be happy with it. But I go, something was wrong with the taste. As soon as I added that 5th alkalizing stage, Dr. Bear, then I go, this is fine. This is what I want it to taste like. So I'm doing it just for taste. I'm not doing it for any alkalizing effect, or I couldn't care less if it changed my pH or not. It doesn't matter. I think it tastes how I'm used to filtered water tasting, because I had an alkalizing stage in my old water system of 10 years that I just got rid of. Let's see. About 2 hours. I should get going pretty soon. I tell you, I played a lot of basketball today. Burnt almost 1,500 calories, so I'm a little tired, and I'm a little underfed. Think about it. I burnt as many calories today playing basketball, about 1,500, as Bob wants to consume. Bob Hill wants to eat in a day, 1,700 calories. That's just showing how, for me, 1,700 calories would be a complete caloric deficit, especially on a day like this. But so I'll get going pretty soon. I'll let you know if you guys are thinking about leaving. Hang on if you want. If you want to go, totally cool. But I'll probably be leaving shortly here too. It's because I want to eat now, all this talk about food. Yeah, Dr. Bear, that downgrade to a tropical storm doesn't really affect much, really. It really affects wind speed. But, the precipitation is still there, and it got downgraded as it was hitting California anyway, so it didn't really have time to what's the word? Just weaken much, It doesn't just all of a sudden, it still has all the precipitation, moisture up there in the atmosphere. So it still rained like a mother, but yeah, I'm just glad, we didn't get hit with hurricane force winds, but all the other stuff is still in the storm still. And it makes sense about preferring the taste of water. Yeah, I tell you, I didn't care, about the alkalizing effects. I just, all right, if I have to, I'll spend an extra $40 or $20, whatever it costs, and get the last stage, hook it in, the alkalizing stage, and yeah, I'm totally set now. I'm stoked. Let's see, Chris Murphy, awesome stream, cult leader. Thank you. I still gotta wait a few on the baked spuds. You still haven't eaten the food yet? You just told me all about that nacho, the loaded nachos. You still haven't had it yet? Michelle, what am I doing for dinner? I'm pretty sure, Michelle, I'm gonna head to local Panda Express and get my regular vegan treats from Panda Express. Something I just learned, I think this year I discovered all these cool things at Panda Express, particularly mine. As I was saying earlier, we are one of the lucky Panda Expresses here that has the eggplant tofu dish. It's not on the menu at most of them. I guess I discovered Panda Express last year when they were doing that special when they had the vegan Beyond Orange Chicken. I thought it was going to be a permanent thing, but it wasn't. But anyway, when I got the vegan orange chicken, I go, the chow mein is vegan. And same with this tofu eggplant dish. That's vegan too. So now I just go there and get those things, plus some spring rolls now. Now I can't get the orange chicken. But yeah, probably some Panda. Yeah, Panda Express, yum. It's sounding better and better as I talk more and more about it. Uncle, you used to drink only distilled water. I don't know if that was good or bad. I don't know. Anyone know if drinking distilled water only is good or bad? I have no idea. All right, Emily, you got to go to bed. Totally get it. Thanks for being with us tonight, Emily. Oh, yeah, we got Netflix, a documentary, Peter, about blue zones. Oh, let me know when that's out. I definitely want to check that out. That sounds cool. Omar, awake since 7. You're going to have to go to bed. Well, we all have to go to bed, right? But soon. Okay, so according to Dr. Bear, drinking only distilled water is perfectly safe and fine. Good news there. It doesn't sound like it would be bad, right? Unless it gets rid of some cool thing that's normally in water. But yeah, it's all right. Good. I'm glad to know. Yeah, no, it might not have any minerals. Is that the potential trade-off there, Drew? I thought I remembered something like that. Is that it? It's out this Wednesday. All right, Peter, I'll look for that. I'll see if that pops up into my feed on Netflix. Allison, you just shared a frozen vegan pizza with your partner. Awesome. Is your partner vegan? Maybe you told us before, but I don't remember. Yeah, filtered water is good enough. I was just being spoiled, you know. I mean, I could have lived without that fifth stage, but I go, what the heck, you know? It tasted good, but it was just, well, I guess I had such a good system before, and I was kind of downgrading something that cost less but was still good. I'll just spend a little bit more and get that last stage. And I'm totally happy. I tell you, the taste is divine. And what I got was maybe like $250 when all said and done, maybe less than 300. My old one was over $1,000. So, you know, even with the extra stage, I'm still saving a lot of money. Oh, cool. Thanks, Peter. Let me know. I haven't watched any Joey vids for a bit. He released his video from Vegan Campout. Cool. I'll check it out. I'm sure he filmed it all nicely and did a good job. Yeah, the filtered water is virtually free. It's pretty cheap considering you know how much like store-bought bottled water costs. You know, my system's gonna last a while. And the filters aren't really that expensive to replace. You only need to replace a couple of them once a year. The reverse osmosis filter, I think once every 3 years or something like that. You got a jet, Sarah? I got a jet soon too. Good to see you, Sarah. Thanks for being here with us for what's going to be probably 98% of the live stream time. Always a pleasure to have you here, Sarah. Oh, his speech. Okay, he's going to show his speech. I thought he was going to show like what he did there. Okay, I'd like to see what Joey said at Vegan Campout. Awesome. Let's see, AJ, the water in your town of 3,000 gets sent to New York City because it's that good. Wow, so they steal your guys' water and send it to the city. Awesome. All right, Dr. Bear says to me, exactly, it's just pure water with no minerals that's in tap water and most bottled water. Distilled water is used in chemistry, yeah, because it's more pure, right? Less things can react since there's no impurities to affect the reactions. Wow, VLAN, this is what Chinese people do? Used to boil water and then cool it down. Is it because the water isn't as like clean or purified, or what I'm saying, like, you know, for human usage? I'm not sure if that's the right way to describe it. Is that why, or is there's another reason for that, VLAN? I'm just curious, because I know, yeah, the United States has some pretty strict like standards for what they allow to be coming out of our faucets, you know, for drinking. This kind of, I know the standard's different in other countries. Like when I visited Mexico, as you guys know, if you ever visited there, yeah, you don't want to drink the tap water. You want to have bottled water or something. Maybe you can purify it once it comes out of the tap. That I don't know. I'm kind of curious if Dr. Bear, or who is it, you, Dr. Bear? Who is? Gosh, I totally forgot who visits Mexico with their husband. I totally forgot now. It is you, Dr. Bear, right? But anyway, let's see. Oh, wow. Joey is working on a documentary called Pignorance. That's a great title. I like that. That's a catchy title. Oh, Joey's speech is so moving. You cried the whole time. All right. Awesome. I definitely want to see it. Okay, so yeah, this is you, Doctor, but yeah, I definitely feel like you take tap water here for granted in the United States. Mr. Bear's family can only drink and cook with bottled water. Yeah, I remember when I stayed with my friend in Mexico, yeah, people would drive around or often on bikes and deliver water to the homes there. If you're lucky, he lived in a nice neighborhood. I don't think that happened in every neighborhood. But not every country you can drink the water out of the tap. So we're lucky here. But yeah, there's still a lot of impurities and contaminants in our city water here in Southern California. So yeah, just want to drink nice, clean water. It's a small investment, I think, because yeah, I see people buying bottled water all the time. Not efficient. All that plastic's not good, and it's expensive. So yeah, just plunk down the money once, get a filtration system for a couple $100 on Amazon, and last you a long time. Yeah, replacing some filters like once or twice a year. Okay, V-Line, we're talking about Hong Kong people. Probably not because of any, you're talking about boiling the water before you drink. Probably not because of any rational reason, because our water treatment is top notch. Just another Chinese superstition. Yeah, I was just wondering, okay, so you guys do have good, clean water in the faucets there. Oh, what's that link to, Peter, that you just put in the chat there? Just curious, and see if I can check it out. Let me see if I can copy the link. Copy link. Bam. Oops. Okay, Joey's speech. All right, cool. We won't watch it right now, but there it is. Joey Carbstrong speech. I'll just check out a minute of it, or a few seconds.
The next talk is going to be amazing. So please give a warm welcome to Australian animal rights activist.
Fight and suffering. Executed for trivial products. This is happening right now as we enjoy this festival. Before I start, I'd like us all please to have a moment of silence in honor of...
All right, cool. I'll definitely check it out later. So now I have it in my browsing history. Yeah, much respect to Joey Carbstrong, for sure. 100%. I love his passion. I love his street activism. I love the speeches he gives. He's a great activist, as opposed to me. I just sit around in my house and I don't go anywhere. I'm a bum activist compared to Joey. No, I'm just joking. I shouldn't be so self-deprecating there. But yeah, Joey's an inspiration for sure. Let's see. All right, thanks for that link there, Peter. That's cool. Yeah, I saw that, Peter. I saw that, yeah, on the Facebook page, right? The Facebook group. I saw that we were one of maybe 50 people you could click on or something to vote for us to go to vegan camp out. But yeah, I don't know if we'll have a pet sitter by then. I guess maybe I can just go on my own or something like that. But that wouldn't be fair to Angie. Yeah, good point, AJ. There's a good way to describe Joey. He leaves his ego at home and brings his full passion to animal rights. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right, AJ. Yeah, that's what I say too. That's exactly what I say, that Joey says. Joey said be an activist wherever you are. I've said that too. Not everyone has to be in-your-face activist, street activism, speeches. Not every activist has to be on social media exposing themselves to all and any haters of the world, racists, as we saw earlier as well. You know, some people just don't want to deal with that, and you don't have to. You don't. There's nothing necessary about opening yourself up to the most vile, disgusting, sick humans on a regular basis. It's not great for your mental health, is what I'm saying. You know, and I'm just barely able to deal with that, and I'm pretty strong mentally, and yeah, if you're not up for it, you don't have to put yourself up to it. Oh, good night, Heidi. You going to? I should join the club of people leaving here. Let's see. Hey, Astro alumnus, how's it going there? Were you making food earlier tonight? I heard. Does Catalina Island have lots of vegan options? Last time I checked, not really. But we don't go to the city part. We just go camping, and we bring tons of vegan options for us. All right, so any last minute things you guys want to ask your cult leader before I venture off into the evening and join back with my great wife and get a dinner thing happening? So anything you guys want to talk about or throw an idea at me? Let's see. I see philosophy here. Omar Vegan says, do you think philosophy is one of the greatest subjects for global priority research? What is that? What do you mean by global priority research? But I think philosophy is an extremely important area of human endeavor. I wish more people were more educated in philosophy and critical thinking. I think we'd be better off. Maybe we wouldn't have to deal with so many anti-vegans throwing so many fallacies at us. Or maybe they would, because that's really all you got, right? Anti-vegans, right? That's all you have. We still have yet to hear a a valid, convincing argument against veganism, because there's usually some huge major flaw of some kind. If it's not a fallacy, you just totally incorrectly defined veganism or whatever. There's so many ways you guys can screw that up, you anti-vegans. Oh yeah, VLAM. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I will definitely think about the private Facebook group idea for the channel members. Yeah, I'll talk about it with Angie. I just want to make sure it's not another like a busy prison for it, because we have so many things we're updating all the time online. But I want to make sure it's something that won't be a busy prison and will be of some a unique thing. I don't want to like replicate what we have, so she has to make 2 different pages. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure it's something special, something that is has some value for you guys and for us. Oh yeah, you made the potato nachos, which I wish you could have sent me some via the Star Trek food teleporter. They have a replicator. I imagine if it replicates, it's probably digital technology. You can just send the same recipe over the internet, and the machine would pop it out here. It doesn't have to be in the kitchen at Star Trek or wherever that room is, the cafeteria room. Anyway, all right, I'll keep that in mind, Peter. If you're volunteering to help out and moderate the private Facebook group, if we get one going, I'll definitely appreciate that. I'll talk to Angie about that. So we'll bang the idea around, is what I'm saying, to see if we can come up with something cool. And you guys have already given us some cool starting points for sure. Dr. Bear agrees. It disappoints and scares me to see philosophy and other humanities being shut down at some universities around the U.S. These are so important to learn. Yeah, critical thinking, absolutely. Yeah, I'm surprised it's something that just most people don't have at least in college, like a general education course, like something you're forced to take. It seems like if college is one of the goals of going to college, well, there's many goals, but one goal I would think it would be to turn out sharp, bright people who can think somewhat critically rather than just rattle off a bunch of fallacies. That's what your expensive education got you, just an inability to reason clearly. So yeah, it would be great if that were a required course for everyone in college. Just one semester or quarter, just something. All right, guys. Hey, Ditlo Antonio. I'm gonna get going too, guys. I heard about that, Peter, about Jordan Peterson. Yeah, he was complaining about the woke socialists that are in charge of his certification as a doctor or whatever, psychiatrists. They're forcing him to take some courses to not be a dick, basically. And he's all complaining communism about that. Oh well, that's what happens when you're not a woke narcissist of compassion. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much for being here with me on this pleasant, relatively troll-free Friday night. We got off to a weird start, but at least now I have some blocked words on my streaming software and in YouTube. So we have some more ways to ban people that come here just to disrupt and be an a-hole and show their true colors of what horrible people they are. So anyway, we got that dealt with. So the rest of you guys, except for that one person, yeah, you guys awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for being my Friday night friends here on YouTube. My my live stream buddies. That's what you guys are. It's so weird. Even though our channel is smaller now in terms of total views that we get, I feel like I know more of our viewers than ever before, because I didn't do live streams back in when our channel started. They didn't have those, so I feel like I know more people that watch our content, enjoy it, and appreciate what we do, and I like that. I appreciate that you appreciate. Is what I'm trying to say. So thank you so much, guys. So as far as next week, I'm not sure what videos I'm going to work on. So Peter, I've been so relying on you to send me some ideas. I do have an idea or two, but yeah, I'm always game to see what moderator Peter may send me. So please send me some, if you have some cool story you want me to check out, please, or if anyone wants to, please do so. And I want to thank Uncle once again for being here the entire time and moderating and kicking idiots off. I appreciate that so much. We definitely got to hook up sometime, Uncle. Seriously, I know I keep saying that. Angie, we keep talking about that, going out and visiting Uncle, so we're going to make it happen. I promise you. I'm writing it down. We're going to hang out with Uncle sometime soon, because it just lives half hour, 35 minutes away or something like that without traffic. So there's no reason not to go visit Uncle and go out and eat some fine vegan food out in his area. And VLAM, yeah, you can also pitch us ideas once we get this members-only Facebook group going too. So more reason to do that. Just maybe we can make it more of a community. That's a good idea, VLAM. Just gave me the idea. It doesn't have to be a place where it's incumbent upon me and Angie to produce content regularly for the private Facebook group. We will, but it's a place where we can be a community too, where we all can say hi and check in and stuff like that, give us ideas, share thoughts. So that's a really good idea. We can make it a place where everyone can post, because if we let you in, we know who you are. We know you're not going to troll and stuff like that and paste stupid anti-vegan stuff. So that's a good idea. It could just be a community place where Angie and I contribute as well as the channel owners, whatever, put recipes and stuff, or some hidden content or members only content too. So that's a good idea. Dr. Bear, yeah, that podcast. Do you have a way to contact me, Dr. Bear? Because so many time has gone by and I lost that link. Do you have a way to reach out to us on social media, on like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter? You could reshare that with me, because I'd like to check that out again. So yeah, if you have a way, please do. No hurry, because it's old content. It's not like everyone's going to beat me to it. I'll be the last guy responding. But if you have a way to reach out, please do, Dr. Bear. All right, guys. So I guess that's it for tonight. So thank you once again from the bottom of my heart for being here with us. This is my favorite day of the week. Play basketball, hang out with my vegan friends on YouTube live stream, talk about any and all things vegan. What could be a better day, right? Well, I'm gonna go hang out with my wife now. I'm not saying I'm excluding her and everything, but this is a great day. So thank you so much, guys. Yeah, much love to you all. And I'll be seeing you guys next Friday, and hopefully a video or maybe two before then. You never know. All right, guys, so much love. And until next time, guys, remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, guys.